My name is Masaya Takizawa. I work in the Planning and Development Department at Scott Company. Scott Company is a huge business that operates computer classrooms. And my job there is to develop the teaching material for the students to use in their computer classes. Alright, I think this should be easy to understand. One day, I was about to present the new teaching material for the upcoming launch at a full internal company presentation. However... a minute. What's the matter, Mr. Takizawa? About that, I can't find the file. Well, I guess we're gonna have to skip it for today and see the presentation next time. Very sorry. After that, no matter how many times I tried to find it, I couldn't find the file. The backup had also disappeared. Not long after that, when I presented the new teaching materials to the manager, he really complimented it. This is it. This is my colleague, Naruo Kinasugi. When I looked at the material on Naruo's computer, I doubted my eyes for a moment. What? Isn't that the material that I made, isn't it? Is it similar? Well, looks like that was a coincidence. No, but there's no way! Now that I think about it, immediately before the presentation... Hey Masaya, my bad. I want to see the shared file. Do you mind if I borrow your laptop? I don't want to bother going back to my desk. Yeah, sure. You... at that time... Who knows? Naruo was really good with computers. He had made it so that there wasn't a single trace of the file that he stole from me left on my computer. Not only that, but Naruo started telling everybody that I was the one that stole his idea! Thanks to that, it became harder and harder for me to be in the office, and I always felt like somebody was watching me. I could feel myself deteriorating. I became exhausted, and I hated that I was being troubled with something like this. I resigned from Scott Company. So I decided to start my own business, and even though it was small, I started my own computer classroom company. Guess I'll need an assistant, though. But I wonder if anybody will apply, even if I put out a job listing for an unknown business like this. However, luckily, there was just one person that did apply for the job listing. I'll be asking you to assist with administrative duties and be a teaching assistant. Do you have any experience teaching people?
I don't have any experience, but I do have a lot of will. If there's any necessary skills, I will learn them.
Is that so? It seems like she's really motivated. It seems like a kind, yet serious person. Well then, when would you be able to start?
From tomorrow? No, even from today.
That would be helpful. Well then, look forward to working with you from tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much. And so, this was how I began my computer classroom business with my one and only employee, Hitomi Ayase, and we worked hand in hand together. There were a lot of difficult days. Thanks to Miss Ayase, I was somehow able to get past them and continue forward.
I made a couple of files for the students to use whenever they're going to practice.
Thank you. You're always so helpful.
When I'm watching you, Mr. Takizawa, it naturally makes me think that I need to work even harder. Seems like you really love your job teaching computer classes. Even though you're really busy every day, you seem to enjoy yourself.
That's true. This is a job I love after all. When I first started at Scott Company, I was immediately placed in charge as an instructor of a computer class. I actually lost both of my grandparents when I was younger. So seeing all of the elderly people who came to the class made me think that they were like my grandmas and grandpas. And whenever they were able to complete tasks on the computer, they seemed so happy. And being able to communicate with their grandchildren through the computers, when I saw how much they were enjoying it, it made me want to be able to help them even more. Seeing the students look so happy became the reason why I love this job so much.
I knew that's what you were like, Mr. Takizawa. You were so kind.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
The way Miss Ayase said that to me, it's almost like she knows me from before. But she's beautiful, and she's put together and gentle, and she's good at her job, and she's a kind person. She's exactly my type, so if I met her before, definitely wouldn't have forgotten her. I must be imagining things. After that, crazy busy days continued, and after we'd been running around for weeks, finally, things had calmed down one day. After days of all the work that we'd been piling up, Miss Ayase and I went out for dinner together to take a break.
This looks like an expensive restaurant. It makes me a little nervous.
You don't need to be so stiff. I say that, but I might be more nervous. Having dinner with Miss Ayase in a fancy restaurant like this makes it feel like a date. Oh, I thought you looked familiar, but it really is you, Masaya. Naro? I heard that you started a tiny little computer classroom. Even though until recently, you were working at a top-class company, you've really lost your standards. It's not like I've lost my standards at all. Oh, please. As your former colleague, I can't even watch this. I'd love to help you, so if you ever need anything, you can always tell me. Oh, no matter how much I try to help you, if you're worthless, then I guess it would be pointless. What? Is this woman your girlfriend? No, she's somebody that works for me at my company. But she's super pretty. Someone this beautiful is wasted on someone like you. Ugh. Hey you, what's your name? You want to work at my company? There's no future to be working under a guy like this anyway, right? I work at a top-class company, and I promise we'll be good to you. And plus, if it's somebody like you, I'm sure you understand which one of us can offer you a better future.
Excuse me? You don't need to tell me. I already know. You don't need to tell me. I already know. Even though you don't have anything besides the banner of working at a class company, who do you think you are?
Ah! Huh? What? This is the type of person Miss Ayase is?
Hurry up and get out of my face right now. If you're just gonna stand there and cry, I'll take you out myself.
I'm sorry. Naruto was shaking from head to toe. He ran away in an instant. I just saw something crazy!
I'm so sorry. I must have scared you.
Well, yeah, just a little bit. Why do? Miss Ayase looks really uncomfortable. Even though she just saved me. I need to say something. Anything! But still, I can't believe you told him you'd take him out yourself. Be really strong.
What?
What am I saying? That was definitely the wrong thing to say!
See, you really are kind, Mr. Takizawa.
Do you think so?
Oh, I'm sorry. Because of me, we may have drawn a little bit of attention. Maybe we should leave the restaurant.
Yeah, that's true. Then Miss Ayase opened up about her past.
To tell you the truth, I used to be pretty wild when I was younger. At one point, I was actually chief of a girl gang that used to run this area.
What? Chief of a gang? It's amazing.
And around that time, I've actually met you once before, Mr. Takizawa.
Really? Wait a minute.
A few years ago, when I had a big flashy fight with the fire group, I got beat up pretty bad. I was trying to get my members away, and I got carried away. Luckily, everyone was able to get away safely, but I was heavily injured and I had laid down on the roadside. Everybody that walked by me was so scared of me that they pretended not to see. But at that time, only one person came over to help me.
Are you okay? No, you're definitely not okay. You're heavily injured.
I'm fine. I can stand by myself. Ouch!
Don't push yourself.
What? You're not scared of me?
Well, to be honest, I am scared, but that doesn't mean I can just leave you out here like this.
Why are you being so nice? Wait a minute, did the rival group send you here?
Huh?
I bet you're trying to take me away and destroy me to pieces. Because I know that's what they would do.
I'm not like that at all. I'm just a computer teacher. I'm a normal person. Now that I think about it, I do remember that. Then, at that time, I think I took that person all the way to the hospital, but I never would have imagined that that was you, Hitomi.
That was the first time anybody had ever been that nice to me, and ever since then, I became interested in you, Mr. Takizawa.
What?
And at the time, because you seemed so nice, I thought that you would probably like a kind of woman instead of a gangster like me, so... That's when I decided I would become a more calm adult.
For me?
And then a few years passed since then, and I heard that a computer classroom was going to open up around here. I thought, what are the chances that would be the person that saved me that day? But as soon as I saw you, I knew. And that's why I applied to be an assistant. That was when I first found out your name, Mr. Takizawa.
I had no idea.
But I bet you wouldn't want a gangster, would you? I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Not at all.
But earlier, I'm sorry for getting so emotional and acting up.
There's nothing to apologize for. I was really happy that you got so serious and angry for me. And you're always working so hard at your job, too, and I'm really grateful to you.
Really?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm shocked that you're the girl from that day, but it doesn't make me feel bad at all. So, I look forward to continue working with you.
Yes!
After that, I felt like the distance between Miss Ayase and me became closer than ever before. Then one day...
Mr. Takizawa, look at this! Look how many new students we're going to have!
10 people at once! That's amazing! Maybe our classroom is starting to become more known. We need to start working even harder! However, all of the new students that became members this time, for some reason, every single one was really difficult to work with. Their attitude in class was very clearly terrible. Well then, let's begin with the review from yesterday. First, you're going to use the mouse and click this. Huh? What the hell is the mouse? I'm really bad with computers. How am I supposed to know? This is the mouse, over here. You should have said that from the beginning! I've done the same explanation for 3 days in a row now. By the time the day was over, Ayase and I were both exhausted.
All the students this time, they're quite a handful.
That's true. But it's always difficult to learn something for the first time, so I want to help them as much as I can. Miss Ayase, be careful not to lose your temper.
I won't. It's our job to teach people who don't know how to use computers, so I'll be polite with them all. It's not like I lose my temper with anybody.
That's true. I'm glad.
However, if anything were to happen to you, I won't be able to keep my mouth shut.
No, please, take it easy. Even after that, even though we were being thrown around by some of these very particular students, we were somehow managing with the classroom. During that time, one day, Naruto showed up out of nowhere. What's up? I was worried about you, so I came to have a look. Worried? I just thought that maybe you might be troubled after getting 10 students at once that were all a handful. How do you know about that? Well, actually, I thought I would give you the opportunity to grow as a teacher, and so I came up with a little plan. I spoke to a few of my friends to help me. Does that mean that you purposely sent us all of those students? Aren't you glad that you've become busy? I know those guys are all pretty particular. You must be struggling quite a lot, aren't you? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Miss Ayase?
Yeah.
You don't need to act tough. These days, everybody is really passionate. Passionate? Those guys? Yeah, right. With all of the students that Naruto had sent over here, it was true that in the beginning, they were all clearly trying to trouble us. However, as we started to choose the path of kindness while handling them, things started to change little by little. Whoa! I didn't know that you could do this on a computer! That's pretty cool! At your current pace, you'll be able to do all kinds of things. Really? But I've never been really good at studying. But you explain it to me so that it's easy to understand, so lately, it started to become a little bit fun. For all the things that I said to you until now, sorry about that. I did it the way that you taught me, Miss Ayase. I edited my friend's photo, and they were really happy. Can you teach me some other techniques? Of course. Well then, let's focus on how to erase the background. Oh, that's great! Teach me! Teach me! So that's what they're like these days. Bastards! They betrayed me! Even though I was trying to send obnoxious students to you so that your computer classroom failed! I knew it. So that was your plan all along. I'm not gonna let you get away with starting your own business and having it go well! And not only that, but working with someone this beautiful? I'm way too jealous! But that's no reason to use other people to try to harass us. My plan may have failed this time. But it's fine, because you're an idiot. It's only a matter of time before your classroom collapses anyway. Huh? An idiot? You are, aren't you? Because you're such a people pleaser that I even stole all of your teaching material ideas. I'm sure you'll reach a dead end soon.
You bastard. I've been standing here, listening this whole time. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Hey! Miss Ayase, hold it in.
But
we're in front of the classroom, right?
if you say so, Mr. Takizawa, then fine.
That was close.
Did you say something? I'm not going to show mercy to you next time, so you better be ready.
Well, I heard that entire conversation just now. What? Sir? Masaya, it's been a long time. What? What's the division manager doing here? I heard about this computer classroom that's now our rival, so I came to have a look. Mr. Kinasugi. Is it true that you stole Mr. Takizawa's brilliant idea and that you were sending people in here to make his business collapse? No, it's not what it looks like! And what does it look like? You're going to be getting a proper punishment for this! I'm sorry! After that, my former manager deeply apologized to me for not being able to see through Naruto's evil. All of the students that joined the classroom on Naruto's orders all seem to have a change of heart. We're really sorry about it. In order to make up for how much trouble we caused you, please, let us be your biggest cheerleaders from now on.
Cheerleaders?
We're going to make flyers and short films to promote this computer class, and we're going to tell all of our friends about it. That may never be enough, but we want to make it up to you in whatever way we can. Thank you, guys. Looks like the classroom is finally coming together.
It is.
Hey, Miss Ayase.
Yes?
Thank you for supporting me through the hardest times.
Where's this coming from?
I'm really grateful to you, seeing how hard you're always working. The more time I spent with you, the more I've fallen for you.
What?
Will you please go out with me?
Yes, I have always liked you. From the day that you saved me and ever since.
After that, our computer classroom was getting rave reviews, and we started to get more and more students. Now we have a full staff, and every single day is crazy busy. As for what happened to Naruto after that, After losing the trust of everybody in his company, eventually he was forced to resign. However, with his ego of having worked at the class company, he wasn't able to find another job, and I heard that these days, he's even struggling to find something to eat. Money, even just 1 penny. I wonder if there's any on the floor. At this rate, it looks like our classroom is going to become even bigger.
But I don't really want that,
What?
because that would mean that we have less time together.
I see. Well then, why don't the two of us go on a vacation on our next break?
Really? I would love that.
Ever since then, Hitomi hasn't shown me her gangster mode. I think this smile is her true nature. Only time that Hitomi gets angry is when somebody other than her gets hurt or when she tries to protect somebody important to her. But from now on, I'm going to make sure that I protect Hitomi.
If you adopt this plan, this, that, and the other. My name is Masaya Seikai. I'm 27 years old. I work in a sales department of a certain food company. I am grateful to the companies I have worked with for many years, as well as to the companies that have newly started doing business with us. But then, one day, a tragedy.
What? Bankruptcy?
The voice of my girlfriend, Ione Yabai, who I live with, echoes. That's right, my company had embarked on expanding into new business, but it failed and the company's fortunes took a turn for the worse, and it finally went bankrupt.
What are we gonna do now? Rent, living expenses.
Don't worry about that, I've got some savings, and I'll find a new job.
I'm sorry, but I can't be with a man who's unemployed. Please break up with me.
What? How does it come to that?
You were just going to try and take advantage of me when the company went bankrupt, weren't you?
Of course not!
Who knows? I have no intentions of supporting a man who's a parasite. I want you to move out of this room by tomorrow.
I was overwhelmed by Ione's threatening attitude and had no choice but to obey her. This apartment was one that Io signed up for alone when we were looking for a place to live together. Therefore, the name on the lease is hers. As a complete stranger, I have no rights to continue living here. I said goodbye to the place where I had lived for many years, taking with me the few belongings I had in the room. What am I supposed to do? Even if I go back to my parents' house, my parents have already passed away. I guess I'll just stay at the Net Cafe for the night. Just then. Hello? Masaya? Are you okay? Ah, Ricky. It's been a while. The person on the phone is my best friend from high school, Ricky Harada. Apparently, he had heard in the news that my company had gone bankrupt, and so he got in touch. So what are you doing now? Well, actually, it's this and that. Huh? What's wrong with that girlfriend of yours? She's gone too far. So, I was wondering, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could I stay at your place just for one night? Of course! That's right! You don't have a job, do you? Why do you work at my place? Of course, as a live-in. Come to think of it, you recently opened a Japanese-style pub, didn't you? That's why we need help! So please! If that's the case, I guess I'll take you up on your offer. I really have a good friend. I then headed straight for Ricky's house. He lives on the second floor of the pub and said he would lend me the extra room. This is your room, so make yourself at home. Thanks. No problem. If anything, I should be the one thanking you. Are you sure though? Even if I'm good at serving customers, you know I'm terrible at cooking, right? Yeah, you're right. But the food I'll make with... she's here! Wow, she's cute. Ricky's girlfriend? Hello. Hey, Ricky? Who is this? Here's my little sister. She's gonna be working with us from today. So will you live with her?
Nice to meet you. I'm Shizuko.
What? I heard you have a younger sister. This is the first time I've actually met her. Apparently, Shizuku-san used to be a chef at a 3-star restaurant, but she came back here when she heard that Ricky was opening a store. Shizuko's a really good cook. My cheeks are already melting.
Big brother, you're exaggerating. Masaya-san, we're going to make lunch now, so let's eat together.
Thank you. It's so delicious. I've never had a gratin that melts like this before.
Thank you. Actually, these dishes are prototypes that we plan to serve at the store during the winter season.
Something this delicious is definitely going to be popular. So, I'd like you to help us with that, Masaya. Help? Apparently, they want to use local produce for the limited time menu. They want me to use my skills as a former salesman to negotiate with each supplier. If that's the case, I'll do my best to contribute to the store. By the way, where do you want to get the ingredients for these dishes? That's Scat Fisheries. What? You mean the place where they only buy high-quality ingredients?
But the president of that company only does business with long-established Japanese restaurants and inns. We've tried negotiating with them a few times, but they refused.
It's no surprise. That person is notoriously difficult to deal with. My former president tried several times to negotiate with them, but they turned him down.
But I don't want to use any other fish. Our store has only just opened, but I want our customers to be able to enjoy safe, high-quality ingredients.
That's right. Whether it's an old or new store, the feeling of wanting to serve the customer is the same. Alright, then we have to make it successful at all costs. Let's all think of a presentation that will impress them. Yeah! From that day on, we were always busy after closing with meetings about the deal. In order to win over our business partners, it's important to first understand the principles and needs they are looking for. And then, a presentation that they can relate to. And so, we spent our days going through a process of trial and error. A few days later... I can't seem to come up with the important parts. I keep this up, the president...
Masaya-san, let's take a short break.
But this...
He can't hear. Alright then. Ha! You finally noticed. It's not good to stuff too much in, you know.
Yes?
You've got dark circles under your eyes, Masaya-san. You haven't been sleeping much, have you?
I got so wrapped up in thinking about my presentation.
It's no laughing matter. Taking care of your own body is part of the job, you know.
I'm sorry. I was just trying not to be a burden to the two of you. I'm a really hopeless person. I didn't properly consider my girlfriend's feelings, so I got rejected. Same goes for my company. If I had done a better job, it wouldn't have gone bankrupt, but I don't want to fail again.
Please don't say that. You're a wonderful person.
Izuku-san?
I've been watching you. You get up early every morning to clean the store. And you're very polite with your customers, and they really love you, you know.
I didn't know that.
Just as my brother told me, Masaya-san is a wonderful person.
Huh? What do you mean?
Actually, I've known Masaya-san since high school. If there's someone in trouble, you reach out a hand without saying a word. And he was always proud of you by being such a humble guy who doesn't show off.
What? Ricky said that?
Yes, so I've been wondering about you since then. I'm so happy to have met you.
I see.
I can understand how you might lose confidence when so many things happen to you at once. But you are a kind person who can think about other people's feelings more than anyone else, so please have more confidence.
Thanks. I was thinking that I might not be needed anymore.
Masaya-san is very important to us. Even if the whole world dislikes you, we'll always love you.
Shizuka-san?
So that's the end of the negative comments, okay?
Yes. Your face is so close to mine.
Well then, let's get something to eat first. Please open up.
What? Wait a second. This can't be okay.
If I take my eyes off Masaya-san now, you'll probably start working while eating. You have no right to refuse. Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. It's delicious. But this situation is like a couple. I finished my late night snack while feeling the heat gathering all over my body. Thank you for the meal.
Thank you for the meal.
So, I've come up with a good idea about the deal. How about letting the other party try the food at the store? As we're both in the food business, we should try it with our own tongues first.
That's a nice idea. It seems worth a try.
And when I talked to the president, he gave me the go-ahead. Apparently, the president is very interested in our project and wants to bring a new wind to the company. Maybe our company will be the first to do business with the new store. I was both nervous and excited at the thought of it. Me and Shizuku-san left Ricky in charge of the store and immediately set off for Hokkaido. And then, after arriving, we borrowed the office kitchen and began our presentation using the food we had prepared. The president slowly chews on the food that Shizuka-san made. Wow, I'm so nervous. The presentation went well, but I hope he likes the food too. Not like it could be bad if Shizuka-san made it though.
This, how delicious. The sincerity of each ingredient is evident. That's on par with even the most established Japanese restaurants.
Thank you very much. We are honored by your praise.
I've only dealt with long-established stores. Because I believe if it's a shop that has been around for many years, it has a solid foundation of trust.
You're right.
But that's not true. Your presentation and food made me realize that it doesn't matter whether a store is old or new, as long as they value their customers. I know it's a bit cliched, but your enthusiasm really moved me. It's alright with you. Would you be willing to do business with us for a long time to come?
Of course we would love to. This is the most wonderful thing that could happen.
Thanks. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you.
Yes, Masaya-san. We did it. This can't be a dream, right?
Yeah, it's real. You're amazing, Shizuku-san. You really are a genius in the kitchen.
It's all thanks to your presentation, Masaya-san. It's thanks to our joint effort.
So you're saying of the results of our hard work?
Of course. Then to celebrate, let's go eat some delicious food from Hokkaido on my treat.
What? I'd feel bad. I'll get my wallet too.
You have no veto power. Then let's go.
And then we enjoyed the seafood to our heart's content. And the next day, we went home and reported everything to Riki. Yes! I knew you guys could do it!
Masaya-san and I are 100 men when our powers are combined. I heard that fish from Scat Fisheries will be coming next week.
Alright then, we'll have to go with even more spirit. Then, a week later, the seafood we had hoped for arrived, and the winter-only menu was finally launched. The menu was a huge hit, and the store became famous in the industry for its delicious seafood. Sales increased at a rapid pace, and after a year, it was decided to move to a larger location. Incidentally, it seems that Scat Fisheries has not only continued to do business with long-established stores, but has also started doing business with new stores other than our own, and their businesses continue to grow. We were at the height of our happiness. But then, 1 month later,
Hello.
welcome. Wait, Ione?
It's been a while, Masaya. I came here after reading the online news. I had no idea you were working here.
What does it matter? What do you want?
Why don't we get back together?
I haven't heard from you since. Why all of a sudden? Explain.
Actually, things are kind of bad right now.
It seems like Ione has found a new lover, but it seems that this person was married to someone at the same workplace. Ione knew about this and was dating him, so the wife sued her and she was ordered to pay alimony. Apparently, this incident was also discovered by Ione's workplace, and she was forced to resign for disrupting public morale and causing a disturbance at work.
That's why I regret so much that I rejected you back then. I'm sorry, Masaya. I never thought you'd become such an amazing person. I've changed my mind. Let's start over.
No! It's beyond cheeky of you to be acting all innocent now after the way you treated me back then. You're just trying to get me to pay your alimony, aren't you?
That's not true. I really like you, Masaya.
That stutter was the answer. I'm sorry, but I have no intention of getting back together with someone who treats people for their own benefit.
What's with your attitude? I wouldn't have contacted you if you didn't have any use for someone like you anyways.
Then get out of here. I'm not useful to you at all.
You're so mean. Do you enjoy making me unhappy?
What do you want, my good friend?
How can you be so shameless to act like nothing happened after hurting Masaya-san the way you did?
What? Why are you protecting such a dull and lame guy?
I won't forgive you if you say anything worse. Masaya-san is a kind person who always thinks about our store. It's thanks to Masaya-san that our store is doing so well.
You're defending Masaya a lot. Are you guys a couple?
Not yet, but that's the plan.
What?
We'll take Masaya-san then, so there's no need for you to get involved.
Stop messing around. I won't give you my Masaya. I've known him longer than you.
Then how well do you know the good parts about Masaya-san?
Like his kind nature?
You don't know anything about him. Masaya-san is a person full of charm, like a jewel box. His smile is like that of a pastiva. He works carefully, and above all, he is good at caring for others. With someone like Masaya-san, any customer would be won over in an instant. And on top of that...
Ah, my sister has finally found love! This is no time to be impressed. I'm so embarrassed.
What do you think? It's true that I've only known Masaya-san for a short time, but my love for him is just as deep, isn't it?
So we have no more use for you. Please leave. And Ione left the store, gritting her teeth. Thanks for helping me.
No problem.
And, is it true you like me?
Yes, I love you. Ever since we started running the store together. That's why I was trying to get you to notice me by doing things like making you a grade-in and showing you how much I care.
What? Is that what you were doing?
Of course, I wouldn't do something like that to someone I didn't like.
I didn't even notice.
I really wanted to confess my feelings, but I was afraid I'd be rejected. But when I saw Yone-san getting close, I panicked, thinking she might take you away, and I just...
Shizuku-san, you like me that much?
You wouldn't want such an aggressive woman, would you?
That's not true. I actually like you too, Shizuku-san. Ever since you said that I was a wonderful person that time,
Masaya-san!
I feel like I can overcome anything if I spend the rest of my life with you. So, will you go out with me?
I'm so happy! This isn't a dream, is it? I never thought we were mutual.
Yeah, it's real.
Masaya-san, I look forward with you again from now on.
My pleasure too, Shizuku-san. Masaya's finally my brother. Take good care of my little sister. Of course. Since then, Ione has been working multiple part-time jobs from dawn to dusk every single day to pay for the alimony. However, it seems that she is frequently getting into trouble there too, and it's only a matter of time before she hits rock bottom. Meanwhile, we...
Masaya-san, shall we sleep together?
Since then, Shizuku has been getting all clingy with me after the store closes. She says she's doing it to mark her territory so that no other woman will take me away. I'm loved, but of course I love her too. Go ahead.
Excuse me.
A night spent with my cute girlfriend. I fell asleep, my heart filled with happiness.
I bragged to my friends that Kaito works for a big company again.
No, don't do that.
Why not? It's fine. It's the truth.
My name is Kaito Nishikito. I work for a big company called Koilabo. I'm not really interested in the competition for success or the grueling competition for credit, and I work at my own pace. Her name is Uwaki Horiko. I met Horiko through a friend, started dating her, and now we're engaged.
Oh, that's right. Kaito, isn't this puppy cute? I just happened to see it on social media.
You're right! It is cute!
Isn't he? I want to meet him. Can you help me find him?
What? That's impossible.
You can do it, Kaito. Hey, please, look for me. Besides, don't you like solving mysteries and detective stuff like this?
I don't mind, but I was curious to see how much I can learn from a single photograph, so I decided to give it a try. So I walked around looking for similar landscapes, trying to get a feel for the area based on the photos. I thought if I could find the dog walker's route, I could find the dog. The background is a little different too. Now to think of it, it's impossible to find it with just one photo like this. I was about to give up and started getting tired. I wonder how Sherlock Holmes or Conan Etoyama would have deduced such a case. I wonder if there's a great detective out there.
Is something wrong?
What?
Are you sick? Are you okay?
Oh no, it's not that. I was just looking for something. It's nice of her to be concerned about a complete stranger. She might be a nice person.
I see. I'd like to talk to you about it if you don't mind. I'm good at that kind of thing.
What? Yes. Then I explained how I was looking for the dog and what it was like. That's what it is.
I see. You want to find out where the photo was taken?
But I don't think it's possible.
Let me see.
What? Oh, okay.
This manhole is from the town of Koilabo.
How do you know that?
Every town has its own special manhole design.
Huh?
I remember this type of manhole was on the road of the front of, Koyabo Park.
Wow! It's amazing how quickly you can pinpoint a location. So, if I stay there all day and keep an eye out, I might find the dog.
You don't have to stay there all day. You can get an approximate time from those photos.
What? Even the time?
First of all, the tower and the building in the background give us east, west, north, south, south. And if you look at the shadows on the ground, you can figure out the time of the day. I'd say 5 p.m. maybe. If you go to the front of Koiblo Park around that time, you should be able to see it.
Wow! How are you able to deduce so much? Are you a Sherlock Holmes aficionado?
I mean, I'm a detective.
Detective?
Here's my card.
Yagami Sayuri-san.
If there's anything I could do, I'll be waiting for your request. See you later.
Yes, you've been very helpful. Thank you very much. So cool. So, if you go to that place at that time, you'll probably see that dog on a walk.
Wow, that's great.
Well, it's not because of my ability, but thanks to the detective's help.
But still, it's pretty impressive that you were able to track it down in just one day. I'll give you 78 points.
What? 78 points?
I was testing you to see how quickly you could respond to my request.
Huh? Why would you do that?
We're getting married soon. Isn't that important?
Maybe so, but...
Keep up the good work and aim for 100 points.
Yeah. Oriko had a tendency to say and do things that were out of the ordinary. I thought that it was part of her charm and started going out with her. But lately, I feel like her quirks are becoming more and more pronounced. In the midst of all this, Oriko and I often found ourselves at odds with each other. I just got off work. I'm heading to the store now, so go ahead and wait for me there.
Oh, about today's date, can we not do this after all?
What?
I'm just not in the mood.
Why all of a sudden?
Maybe some other time.
What? Hey, Horiko! It's not just this time. More and more often, she cancels our plans suddenly. And when I do get to see her, she's always on her phone. As the days went on, I became increasingly anxious about my relationship with Horiko. I was on my way home from a client, right before an important meeting. And even then, all I could think about was how bad things were. Horiko doesn't seem to be interested in me lately. Maybe she's having an affair or something. No, what am I thinking? We're engaged. I think I might be having wedding blues, and I don't want to worry Horiko. What? Horiko?
Huh? Ah!
Why did Horiko come out of the hotel with a guy I don't know? Could it be? Hey, Horiko, what's this all about? Explain it to me. Who is this guy?
Stay out of this.
What do you mean? This is an affair!
Tomio, help! He's the annoying guy I was talking about.
What? What? It's you! You're the one who's been following Horiko around one-sidedly. I'm gonna turn you into the police! The police? Wait a minute! What do you mean? Me and Horiko are dating! Are you that mistaken? That's serious. No, seriously. Oh, that's right. See how well we get along? Wow. Oh yeah, you're right.
That's an old picture. We used to go out once, but we broke up. But he kept coming on to me.
We broke up? What are you talking about, Horiko? So that's what this is about. I knew it. You're an annoying, mistaken guy. I'm calling the police. I'm telling you, I'm in a relationship with Horiko. We're even engaged. What? Engaged? Who the hell are you, anyway? You're in a hotel room with someone's fiancé!
Come on, Tomio, let's go.
But engaged.
That is a lie. He's so delusional, he's not even in his right mind. He's always been this way. I don't want to be part of this anymore. Please, let's go.
Well, if Horiko says so. They went off on their own. I wanted to go after them right away, but I had an important meeting after that, so I had to go back to the office. And of course, I couldn't think about the meeting. Horiko, why? I was so shocked. I lost contact with Horiko after that. A few days later, I got a call from an unknown number. Hello? Is this Nishikito-san speaking? Yes, it is. Thank you for your help. My name is Tomio Kananashi, who was with Horiko last time. Oh, from that time! What the hell do you want? I'm not gonna let anyone mess with Horiko. We're getting ready to sue you, so don't waste your time. Sue? I've explained to you I've done nothing wrong! I see. Now let's talk about it in person. As you wish. We arranged to meet on the weekend. I went to the designated coffee shop that day and found Horiko and Kananashi-san waiting for me. Horiko, what the hell is going on? I'll talk first. I'm going to get straight to the point. Give up on Horiko. You're after Horiko's fortune anyway, right? What? Fortune? Horiko's family is very wealthy. That's why you're marrying her, isn't it? What are you talking about? Horiko's family is very average. I've never heard anything about her family being wealthy, even once. If you're going to marry Horiko, you have to be from a family with the same level of wealth. Like me. I hear Kananashi-san's family is quite wealthy. And for some reason, he thinks Horiko is a rich young lady. And it seems that Horiko is lying to get Kananashi's attention. Me and Horiko are going to get married soon. I'm going to introduce her to my parents. I can't have you coming out now. I have no intentions of getting back together now. But Horiko, we were engaged, right? You were dating this guy behind my back?
Engaged? What's that?
Horiko was always worried about being followed. She came to me for help. And then you showed up. I can't keep quiet to protect Horiko. Kananashi-san, please listen to me. I don't have to. I'll sue you right now. I've hired a detective to gather evidence. They've already finished the investigation and will be here soon.
What, a detective? You hired a detective?
Yeah, well, when you do something, you gotta do it right. Don't worry, my dad owns the company and she's a good detective, so you can trust her.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Yagami-san, please, come this way. What? The one who appeared was Sayuri Yagami, the woman who saved me that time. Sayuri-san smiled at me for a moment, and then immediately switched back to work mode. So, what did you find out? Have you gathered enough evidence to sue this guy?
As it turns out, it's true that Kaito Nishikito here and Horiko Uwaki are engaged.
What? No way! Because Horiko and I... There must be some kind of mistake.
Both parents have given their consent. I'm sure of it.
Horiko, what's going on?
I don't know. Maybe this detective's just making it up as she goes along.
No, Yagami-san's been a longtime supporter of my father's company. She's never made a wrong report.
So what? You think I'm lying?
No.
Do I look like a deceitful person? You do.
What?
I did further research and it turns out that Horiko's family is not as wealthy as she claims. It's a normal family. It's not true that your parents own a business or real estate.
What? Why were you lying, Horiko?
Probably to get Kanageshi-san's attention.
That's why you dodged my request to meet your parents.
No.
I don't care if your parents are rich or not, but I can't tolerate a lie. I can't spend the rest of my life with someone like that. Horiko, what were you going to do about my engagement?
That doesn't matter now. She was going to call off the engagement. I heard Horiko-san talking on the phone with a friend. I got engaged to Kaito because he works for a big company. But he's not interested in getting ahead at all. I guess I was wrong. So now I'm eyeing a different guy, and he's really rich. If that guy turns out to be a good fit, I'll call off the engagement with Kaito. If I tell him that spoiled kid my parents are rich too, I'm sure he'll be more open to that idea. What? Don't worry, he won't find out. And if they do, I'll say bye-bye after a certain amount of time. Don't do that. I'll be fine. That's what it is.
You planned all that? Huh? Wait a minute. So the story about the guy that's been following you is a lie?
She probably told you that in advance as an insurance in case you found out about Kaito-san. The details of our investigation are summarized here.
Kaito-san, I'm sorry. I've caused you a tremendous amount of trouble. I don't know how to apologize. I'll apologize again later. Oh no. Horiko, I'm done with you.
Wait. I know we're not rich, but that doesn't mean you have to dump me.
That's not what I'm talking about. You're all about money, aren't you? Cheating on Kaito-san and trying to cheat me is what's wrong. Kananashi-san got angry and left the restaurant. Horiko, who was left behind, said something unexpected.
What's with this guy? I really hate guys with short tempers. Well then, Kaito, it's time to tell you my true intentions.
Your true intentions?
The only reason I stayed with Tomino was to make sure you love me.
What?
I was testing you to see if you loved me enough not to give up on me when a richer rival showed up. Thank you for trying so hard. Well done. That's 95 points.
What are you talking about? You think you can get away with that kind of blatant lying?
I'm not lying. Now that I know how much you love me, we can get married in peace. Oh, you didn't like that I scored you a 95? I gave it to you because I wanted to leave room for growth. Then, I'll give you 100. No, 120. So, are you in a better mood now?
You get a 0.
What?
I'm not gonna marry you. I'm glad I found out about your true nature before we got married.
Wait. What am I going to do if you and Tomino both dump me?
Horiko's only thought was to marry someone who'd give her a good life and make it easy for her. But that plan failed. On the other hand, I was deeply depressed after being betrayed by the woman I loved. However, Tomio-san sincerely apologized for his misunderstanding in this case, prepared the alimony, and even supported the alimony claim to Horiko. Sayuri-san also provided evidence and was concerned about my depression. Thanks to that, I was able to distract myself.
I'm kind of sorry. I feel like my investigation has brought out the worst in Horiko-san.
No, if anything, I'm grateful.
Oh yeah, how about we go for a walk sometimes? I think you'd feel better if we got some exercise.
Walking? That sounds good. She's trying to cheer me up. How sweet. Sayuri-san and I gradually began to have deep conversations.
I thought you were a loyal person to look for a dog and to look for a dog you saw on the internet for the sake of the person you love.
I was crazy about her at the time.
You're the kind of person who cares about the people you love. That's nice.
What? I don't know.
Hey, I always take a bath after walking. Wanna come?
What? Bath? Together? By bath, she meant the spa. Of course, we'll be going in separately. Of course. After that, as I spent time with Sayuri-san, the hurt from Horiko's betrayal healed, and I gradually began to feel more positive. And we gradually became closer. And after a year, I found myself completely attracted to Sayuri-san, who was bright, intelligent, and kind. I love you! Please go out with me!
I'm looking forward to it.
Sayuri seemed to think I was sincere and earnest. This is how we started going out. Let's be happy together now.
No, that's not true.
What?
From now on, too, right? I've always been happy with Kaito.
Oh, yeah. When I was betrayed by my fiancé, I almost couldn't believe in anything. But with Sayuri, I think we can believe in each other.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. And don't forget to check out our other episodes too. According to my calculations, you are about to like and subscribe to our videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.